Is Maria Garcia, and I am from Customer Service Champions. I'm a customer service leadership trainer. Today, I'd like to talk to you about how to motivate your employees. We know that happy employees makes happy customers. There's no doubt about it. So, how do we keep our employees motivated? That's the big question. Well, one of the things is I always suggest people to get to know your employees because what motivates one person might not motivate another person. So, the first thing we need to look is to get to know our employees, what motivates them, and then motivate them accordingly. Three things, though, as a general rule, motivate people. And I want to start by asking you a question. How do you feel when you get a raise? You feel happy? You feel accomplished? How do you feel? How does that make you feel? Important. Also, when you receive a certificate or they give you a medal or an award or a trophy, how do you feel? How does that make you feel? I hope that it makes you feel important, right? You ever see the Grammys recognitions? I always love to see, I see it every year. But one of the things that I like to see is the people expression. These people are already famous, they already got money, and then they go to this Grammys award, and you can see their face. Some of them even start crying. And what do you think that? I mean, the trophy, I'm pretty sure is not that, it didn't cost that much money. It's just the recognition part of it that is so important. They see their hard work paid off. That makes them, it means the world to them. So the same thing happens with our workforce. The same thing happens with you. The same thing happens. It's human nature. So I like to suggest here, three things that we can do to motivate our employees. Money, it's a great thing because we are always need money. The cost of living goes up higher and higher, doesn't go any lower. So money is always good. But money, the effect of money, the motivational effect of money only lasts 3 months. So it's not good just giving them money. We also have to touch on their psychological aspect, and that is making them feel important. And in all reality, they are important. People make your business. They're the one out there every day doing their best to either provide the services for your company or the product or both. They're dealing with the customers day in, day out. They're trying to do their best. So recognize them when they do a good job. One of the things that I like to tell people is recognize them with whatever makes them happy. If it's a trip, give them a trip. If it's more money, give them more money. If it's a promotion, then work with them towards that promotion. Whatever it is that motivates them, just do it. Because at the end, if you have an unhappy employee, first of all, they're not going to be productive. Secondly, they're going to treat your customer in, I'm not saying in a bad way, but they're not going to give their best. And in the long run, they're going to end up leaving your company if they're not motivated. So one of the biggest things we as leaders must do is keep your workforce motivated, keep your workforce energized. One of the things, also that motivates people is when you recognize the work. Find things that they're doing right and give them the positive reinforcement right there and then, immediately. We tend to focus on the negative. Most people tend to focus on going out there and see what they're doing wrong versus what they're doing right. And negative feedback, if it's not done properly, it demoralizes people. So that's not a good way to motivate your people. The good way to do it is give them positive reinforcement. If you find them doing something great, something good, be positive and direct. Say, for example, oh, that was a great way you answered the phone to the customer. Oh, that was a great way you handled that customer complaint. Or that was a great gesture for you to do that for the customer. Be specific. And repetition, the more you reinforce positive behavior, they're going to become addicted to that reinforcement, and they're going to continue providing that whatever they did good and got reinforced, they're going to continue to do that. That's just human nature. So you want to be authentic also on your recognition. Whatever you do for your employee, make sure you feel it from your heart. Because they kind of sense when you're being honest or when you're just going through the motion. We spend a lot of time at our workplace. Employees spend a lot of time at the workplace. It becomes like your second family. So you want to create an environment, that it facilitates for them to be motivated. You want to make it fun. Some people, thinks that, when you come to work, everything have to be serious or you cannot have fun. Well, I believe that is the opposite. They have to stay in a happy mood in order to be happy and transmit the happiness to your customers in every interaction. So motivate your employees. One of the things that also that you need to motivate them is in their spirituality. For some people, it might be like send them to a retreat. That might be what they need, and that's going to make them happy. Then send them. For some people, it could be training. Make them better, make them a better person. When you make them a better person, not only they're going to be better in your company, but that's also a knowledge that they're going to take outside their company or outside your company, and it's going to make them a better person. It's going to satisfy that need as a human being. And the last but not least, recognize them, like take them to events, put them in the newspaper, put them on your weekly magazine or monthly magazine, newsletter, whatever it is that you have, that your company has. Give them all the recognition. Don't be cheap when it comes to recognition, because it doesn't cost that much money and it makes a whole lot of difference for your employees as far as keeping them motivated. And it raises their self-esteem, makes them more productive, makes them more happy, and they stay in your company doing a great job. The cost of hiring a new person and training them, and it's too expensive. It's much better to retain your good employees, those that have been loyal to the company and that are maybe they're lacking on some areas. Give them the training that they need to become better. If they have the right attitude, it is worth the investment. Keep them motivated, keep them sharp, keep them energized. Find ways to reinvent your way to motivate them. That is the main job as a leader, to keep your staff happy, motivated, well-trained, and always giving them something to look for when they come to work. My name is Maria Garcia, and I am your customer service leadership trainer, and I'm always at your service. I see you next week. Bye-bye.